All right, yo, what's up? Enok here, locally based producer out of Buffalo. Just been plugging away at this thing for a while now. Going on 5 years, I've been producing and DJing. I started out trying to like DJ on this little Hercules controller, but then I gave that up and actually dove into production, and then I started to get into the more big boy stuff, like Pioneer CDJs and everything. That's what I usually prefer with flash drives or whatever. Um, my inspirations for the music that I make mostly come from entirely comes from hip hop and some R&B. I've always been I've always been into hip hop. I've always been into classical rap and like my all time favorite Tupac number one. Obviously, you got to put Big in there. Wu Tang Clan, Eric B. Rakim, all those guys, the guys who basically like the golden age of hip hop when hip hop had a serious revolution. Um, and that mostly uh, just fueled me. I've always had a love for that kind of music and gangster rap and all that stuff. And also, like being into EDM, like I first started listening to Justice. Those were actually the first guys I ever got into, first bit of EDM. And my best friend Matt got me into those guys, and then it stemmed down to Daft Punk and Dead Mouse, and then from there I just wanted to get into this music thing, and I started out producing house, like making house beats, like Four on the Floor, 128 around there. Uh, got decent at putting beats together, and then I just start listening to that was around the time the EDM trap wave came in. The dudes who made that take off, like Flaws, Bauer, Mayhem, and Anti Serum, two awesome guys. Uh, yeah, so that's when I started. Like, I wanted more to my production, and I wanted to do something different, so I just went in the trap. And also, I had like a hip hoppy Atlanta feel with 808s and stuff. So like, I wanted to dive into that. I wanted to learn that completely. So I did. Taught myself, watched crap load of tutorials. That's what everyone does. But I watched them and they helped me out. And then I organically over time just found out how to use my software. And it kind of just snowballed from there. Like I just started to put crazy beats together, put a lot of good stuff together, started to make some really cool tracks. Um, what wasn't really seeing numbers, I really didn't know how to promote myself, how to brand myself. I didn't know about that stuff at all, and I'm actually still currently learning about it. But I know more now than I did back then. And as time went on, just look like I linked up with local promoters. Um, just started getting linked in with clubs and everything. Started playing clubs and all that. Started spinning top 40, sadly, because I don't like playing that stuff and I never do now. But anyway, that's what I started out doing in clubs around Buffalo. Like I would even DJ being underage. Um, like they just, I was just cool with some people. I knew some people. Then I just decided to take my production a little more serious than I was at the time because I got caught up in DJing. And then I just started to learn things, started to dive into new softwares. The one I'm primarily using right now is Massive. That's like a really popular one throughout the bass community, and so is Serum, but I don't have Serum, at least not yet. But yeah, just kept working hard, kept wanting to like upgrade, kept wanting to make a name for myself, at least locally. And fast forward to today, I feel like I've done that. I feel like I've made an impact, at least to those who like who really rock with me, to those who really support me, and they know who they are. Like uh, like I've just been playing a lot of local shows. I actually played Rochester as well. Played for Yellow Claw there. Syracuse, played this local party in Syracuse. Pretty dope. Um, played for a lot of dudes like Zomboy, Crisley, Caspa, Savant. That was actually my first show. I played a lot of local shows for, excuse me, a lot of the local promotions here and like productions here, like Buffalo Rage Community, 716 Rents. Shout out to Beretta. Um, just been trying to, kill the show game and play out and get people to like, me. Um, I started out, my first alias was Mersic. I gave myself that name when I was 15, and it just didn't click anymore. I had it for a while, and it just didn't do it for me anymore, and it was kind of cheesy. Like my math teacher told me that. So after that, um, I would just wanted to like. I've always been into the bigger banger sound because I just changed my name like almost a year ago now. So this is a little recent, and I've always been into like the big banger side of production and this, trap EDM and all that festival stuff. But lately, I've been um, for at least all of this year, I've been toning it down a lot and just been doing a lot of experimental stuff and just been just doing more weird stuff, weird bass music, and getting into funk like PHONK for those who know what it is. And over the past like 2 years, my inspirations have solely been coming from people like Mr. Carmack, obviously, Sam Gillatry. Also, my good friend, his name is Bence. He goes by Ben Cosgrove, for those who know him. Just been inspired by artists who take the weird route, who take the more complex, creative route. Not to throw salt on those who aren't in the experimental base because everyone works hard on the track, but that's just what's been catching my eye lately, and I've been gearing my music more toward that. And since I've done that, my numbers have increased tremendously, and that's when I wanted to get a weird name like Enoch. Enoch, the meaning behind Enoch is Enoch walks with God. I am a Christian, but that's not why I chose that. I knew it had something to do with a biblical aspect, but I thought, it being a biblical aspect was definitely a plus because Christian. But on the other side, like it was no one else has that. Like there's other Enochs in the world, but in this primary electronic music game, there's no Enoch. And the way I spell it, no one else spells it like that either. So I just wanted to do something different, like step outside of the norm of the spotlight sound, which is hard, heavy festival type stuff. And like, there's nothing wrong with that stuff, but I just want to step out of that, and be me and just be what what was in here, like not up here, because like I would hear all this hard stuff and I would hear, all this banger stuff, but like in my heart, like my roots come from like hip hop and, weird stuff and stuff that's not normal. So, because no one can say that people like Wu-Tang and all them, like those guys weren't normal. That's why they made the impact that they did on everybody. So, my inspirations came from that, from 90s hip hop. So that kind of like lives in here a little bit. I also have a love and taste for the modern hip hop as well. All hip hop matters, no matter what kind of hip hop it is. It all matters because hip hop has impacted the country in tremendous ways and impacted our music industry in ways that other genres can't. And all kinds of hip hop matters. So all hip hop that I'm interested in definitely influences me and influences my music. You can hear it in my music for those who listen. And new stuff that's currently going on right now. I've been putting out tracks, a lot of originals. I've been doing a lot of original material. I just put out a track called Dreams. That's up right now as rocking all over SoundCloud right now. I also put out a track before that with my boy Sora. He's another awesome producer based out of Orlando. Me and him put out a song called My Head, and that's doing really well. It's a really like cool futuristic trap sound. got other originals, having my stuff played in shows in different states and all that, just stuff's been snowballing in the right direction. Got some big stuff planned for my brand. Got some stuff in the works. Got music in the works. Got organization stuff in the works. Got professional stuff in the works. So just like stuff that's really gonna impact my brand, and I'm mad excited to show everybody, show the people who are down with me, who support me. I'm just really excited to show my art to all these kids. I get to play for, and all these thousands of kids who listen to my music on SoundCloud. It's really it's really an honor, to get the feedback that I do in my music, even from big guys, like Mayhem. Me and him, I've traded tracks with him. Me and Nodix, he's a locally based producer out of Buffalo as well. Him and his project Dusty Bitch, with Jake Brofman. Like those guys have always been there and given me like good feedback, and just been supportive. The list goes on of guys who support me in the game. I don't want to name a lot because I don't want to seem like I'm cocky, but just saying, I do get support. I do get love, and I do get criticism, and I take it. And a lot of like my music has gotten as good as it is because I do listen to people's feedback, and I do take in what they say. But I also do it the way I want to do it. But I do consider people's opinions about my craft. I'm not some guy who thinks he has it all figured out and who knows it all. I don't. Even the greats have things to learn. We all got something to learn. But just in general, I plan for the rest of this year. Got a couple tracks coming out. You guys can catch me at Bro Safari. I'm playing support at Venue. That's coming up next Thursday. It's gonna be a fun time. Probably might play a couple more shows. Might play for Time Lapse New Year's again. Gotta see what's going on with that. For 2018, just more tracks, more fluent releases, more organized things, more of building my brand, more of bringing my brand to life more than it is right now, and just plugging away, just chasing it, just doing what I love the way I want to do it, because I believe solely in originality and being authentic and being different from others and standing out. And that's what I try to do with my brand, just try not to sound like the next guy. And I guess some of the best advice I can give you if you're an up and coming producer and you're trying to, find your niche in this here game of ours, my best advice is literally be yourself and don't try to sound like anyone else. I've had that phase. A lot of producers have had that phase. Like, a lot of guys have tried to sound like the guy in front of them. It doesn't work, because even if it sounds good, everyone will know you for the guy who sounds like this guy. I don't want to be known as that. Like, I'm not trying to sound like, some big dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sound like me. So when my stuff snowballs, people can look at me or hear a track and be like, that's Enok, like that's him, Like, originality is key, and staying true to yourself is key. Not caring about negativity is key. Like, that's how you become a producer, not, using all these big sounds and stuff. Like you can do that and it works out for people, but like I'm just saying, like, the more simple route and the more organic route, which organic does matter, is just to be yourself and be completely original. That's what it is. So that's all I got for now, but just look out for everything, new tracks, new music. Bro Safari, don't forget it, next Thursday at Venue, on Chippewa. So thank you guys for joining me.